Yay! Sutara Gayle up in the place.
Greetings.
I just want to just be like, I just don't think that people understand who is in the room with us right now. Like, Lorna G. Sutara is the griot,
Oh, stop
the
it.
original Brixtonian.
Get it. You're more sweet something.
Yes, of course, of course. But I was speaking to you before about like even without you really doing anything, but you do things. You've been doing music, you've been writing and doing theatre. You're an actress. Like you pull up so much of our history every time you're visible, and like having like the Uprising Festival, which is celebrating
Yeah.
40 years. How does that feel to be a part of that?
Yeah. It's just amazing, man. Like, when you say 40 years, where has that time gone? You know? And it's a mighty task to even think back to those times and to see where we are right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But if you could, like, just distill, like, even think about one moment,
Oh my
like,
gosh.
one moment from that time that just brings up joy for you. Maybe that's the Gyro song.
Oh, no, don't say that.
3 weeks gone, I'm a gyro. Sing it with me.
She gonna be gyro.
Gyro.
She gonna be gyro. No. The other day, me got a social for collect me love song.
Hey.
The man be at the bar, tell me just for all on.
Whoa.
This is one thing I tell you each and everyone. Me never wait 2 minutes or 2 seconds. Me wait from 10 till 1:45. And little of that land them send a next man.
Yes.
The man sit down. He started to frown. He said, "Sorry, love, your gyro's not around."
Yes.
The thing about it is, right opposite where we are in Brixton House, right across the street is where that song was birthed.
Yes. Look at that.
Right across the street, because the Dole office was across the street.
Yeah.
And it was one day coming from the Dole office in the 80s, very, very frustrated, waiting 3 weeks from a gyro. Gyro not come. Them tell me said the gyro gets sent. It never gets sent. Me vex. And I back up on Linton Kwesi Johnson. And in those days, he was kind of like, you know, he was the greater.
Yeah,
He still
yeah.
is. So he's the like, it was like almost like a community leader. I was like, what? I goes, Linton, man, I can't catch a break, man. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for my gyro. I've been waiting 3 weeks now. You know what I mean? And I've tried to get a job. I can't get a job. And boom, boom, boom. And he was like, well, what? Me on his sound system, man. What happened to your music and that? And I was like, yeah, but you know, look, because at the time my professor wanted me to do a track, and I was like, oh, he wants me to do a track. I can't write a whole song. I just go on a sound system and I do a lyric, and then I move on to a next lyric and go on, you know. And then yeah. And then Linton said to me, "You see what you just tell me about your gyro? Right about that."
Yes. And look at that. And you know what I like about the Gyro song, right? I'll tell you why I like it. Because of this idea of cost of living. I call it the idea because it's not real. I didn't ask to be here. But now you're telling me I have to pay to be alive. But that song so reflects what we're going through right now in terms of the cost of living and stuff like that. I wonder if you could just tell me a little bit about, you know, that kind of like that angst, that pressure of living under like Thatcher's rule and all of that, and that them building into something creative for you. Can you tell me about that?
Oh my gosh, it was a lot of oppression, you know. I remember just right here and being in Brixton, you get the memories of, you know, young men and women getting stopped.
Yeah.
When they brought out the sus laws. Sus laws was a thing. It was a big thing.
Yeah.
And it really did happen. It really did. It really was true that you'd be walking down the street and just a bunch of police would pull up and jump out of a black Mariah and just drip you up and throw you in the van. We saw it. I saw it all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was a time. It was a lot of angst, you know, and just a lot of confusion around that time, and a feeling of survival. Somehow, I have to survive because this don't feel right. I don't fit into this.
Yeah.
This mold here that they're trying to fit you into. I don't fit into this. Something is wrong. You don't quite know what it is, but you know something ain't right.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then at the same time, I'm coming from a very staunch Christian background.
Right.
Like my mum was a, Seventh-day Adventist.
Right.
You understand? So
That's serious.
Yeah. Seventh-day Adventist. You understand? There's not any, denomination. Seventh-day Adventist. So, right? So there's
Lorna, don't kill me.
so there's some hard rules there.
Yeah.
Do you understand? There's a lot of things that you was not supposed to do, and so you're in that household, where things are quiet, tame, calm, and there's another bit of form of oppression in that as well, because from sunset to sundown, you're not supposed to. You can't watch TV. You can't. You're not cook. You don't go shopping. You don't wear trousers. Girls don't wear trousers. You can't wear ears ring. There were so many can'ts, and so I learned to fight against can'ts.
Yeah.
From a very, very tender young age. And so you're coming from that, and then when you're out on the street now, it's a completely different thing. It's a worse can't.
Yeah.
You're seeing something completely different. It was a different environment, and it was confusing. And then you're going to school, and in those days, it was all about the nigger, pull the trigger, bang, bang, bang. So I was fighting a lot.
Yeah.
I found myself fighting and defending myself a lot. So it was a serious time, and 80s was a serious time.
Like really
growing up. Yeah.
And that is and that some of what you spoke about, you touch on in the Legends of Them, which is going to be at Brixton House. Again. Reload.
Yeah, we are remount. Let me just reiterate. We're remounting the show here again. Because we're taking it on tour. So we go to Edinburgh Festival, Birmingham, Leeds. We go, we just
so
take
that
a really
everybody
lovely
can
tour.
See it.
Yeah. But we remount it back where it originated.
Exactly.
In Brixton House.
So it can just reflect again.
Yes.
Let it reflect again.
Yeah, for sure.
I wonder how creativity might have become a release for you or healing for you.
If I didn't have creativity, I'd probably be dead. In every sense of the word.
Yeah.
Brain dead. Physically. Whatever. It just creativity saved my life. It definitely saved, and that's why I like to work with people and work with young people. Because I know how creativity can save your life.
Yeah.
Because when you feel that there's no way out and there's no options, you haven't got any options, creativity, it creates those options for you. Do you understand? It opens up your mind. It opens up your chakras, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it makes you, it enables you to explore and just express yourself. My gosh, if you're unable to express yourself, you're not really living. So
and it just even when you were talking about the gyro song and that coming from the frustration. Imagine if you don't have anywhere to put that. And that's something that I think is so important when we're looking at the importance of creativity and artistry in society, especially from people from lower socioeconomic backgrounds. They need somewhere to put their thing and also to create vision.
Yes.
Could you have imagined that you would be where you are today?
I was always imagining it.
Yeah.
I was a dreamer. I still am. I used to dream, I used to imagine, and things used to happen. When I closed my eyes, I used to see it in Technicolor. Stories used to play out in my mind. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is what I'm doing, and all the, whether I'm creating a song or writing a piece or doing a play, is something that I feel that I was born to do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel like anything out of the ordinary. It's just something that I was just born to do, and I will continue to do as long as, you know, Father God grant me that pleasure and that gift, you know?
Well, that's why I called you a griot.
Well, darling, thank
You
you.
know? Because you live it. And I feel like sometimes that's what we're missing. And you are such a perfect example of like living creativity and how I think that there's sometimes we get to this thing of like, oh, you know, when you get to a certain age, you stop. But if we're living creativity, so we must.
Don't get me wrong, some things get in your way, you know, as life gets in your way sometimes, you know, and, you know, just the struggles of life, and it's being able to just to get along and just live. But you push through that somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You push through that. And if, you know, creativity, if it's something that you believe and something that you love and enjoy, then it's something that you must continue to do.
Yeah. And it's like activism as well, but like for yourself to say that you're here.
It keeps you going, man.
Yeah.
It keeps you going. And it's just important, because that we're living now, we're living today, we are life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not that you're living life, we are life, and this is all we have right now. So let's create. You know?
Yeah, definitely. So we were talking about this being 40 years since the 1985 riots specifically, and that was sparked by the loss of your sister, Cherry Groce.
Let me correct you there. It was the shooting of my sister,
Yes.
Cherry. So she didn't die straight away.
Yeah.
She died as a result of her injuries. But she lasted for quite a while after that. But so it was a result of her shooting by the police.
Can you tell me a little bit about what had happened? Because I don't think a lot of us. I think we just think riot happened.
Yeah.
But we don't ever like talk about like the minutiae and also the personal as well. Yeah, it'd be really good to hear.
Yeah, well, you know, my sister Cherry Groce, my mum's first child, my older sister, and you know, she was at her home with her children. They said it was a case of mistaken identity. The police bust open the door and shot her. They said they was looking for Michael, her older son, who wasn't there, who didn't live there, and she was shot and paralysed from the waist down. And as a result of that shooting, and she was shot in front of her children too, my nephew Lee and my niece Lisa. And as a result of that shooting, there was, you called it a riot, but we like to call it an uprising.
Yes.
It was an uprising. It was an absolute outrage from the community, a community that just had enough. You know?
That I like the word uprising. I also like the word riot too. I feel like as a society we have such society has almost demonized the word riot. But I love I don't know who said it, but somebody said that riot is the language of the oppressed people when they stand up and they've said they've had enough. And I'm always like, you know what, there has to be disruption. And as for some reason, society, we have almost demonized it, or we have like changed it to mean something that is bad, but actually it is.
You know why? Because, you know, in riots, in many people's mind, it's about going and looting and it's a riot, you know what I mean? And I've seen that as well.
Yeah.
But for this one in the 1985, it was more about not fighting against, but standing up for.
Right.
It really had that vibe around it. It wasn't about, of course, you got the odd few that's going to take an opportunity. But it was really about standing up. It was like standing up and saying, we're not going to take this anymore.
Yeah.
We are not going to put up with this anymore.
Yeah.
Watch us. We're standing together in this. So you're going to listen to us.
Yeah.
So that's why it fared different from a riot to an uprising.
Right.
It was a different thing. I remember, and I was one of them that went outside the Brixton police station and was just demanding answers. Why? Why? Why did you do this? Why have you shot a woman in front of her children?
Yeah.
Why? Where is the policeman that done it? Send him out here. Let him answer us. So there was absolute, just so much angst and outrage about it, and just the needing for answers. And then that's when they had the Lord Scarman report.
Yeah.
And in that Lord Scarman report, you saw all the holes that was in the police institution. So many negativity that was so all of the laws, the sus laws, and how many young black men and women were arrested, how many were beaten, and all this all came to light. And the the institutionalized racism that was in the police force at the time, it kind of all came out as well.
Yeah.
So a lot came from that.
Yeah.
A lot came from that uprising, and a lot came from that. And there were small changes. There were small changes made because things were highlighted, so you couldn't pull the wool over our eyes anymore.
Exactly. And the things that you all had been saying had been happening to you, finally have been heard. And when it's in that paper form,
that's right,
and that the country cannot deny,
the world as well.
Yeah, the world, because also I guess what sometimes happens is that we can, especially when we're talking about like the West, we'll always go, oh, it's really hard in America, but it is also really hard in the UK as well, and that is validating.
It's just a wonder you found people wanted some kind of an escape.
Yeah.
And so they was doing all sorts of things just to get that escape from, when you find yourself in an environment that you feel that you don't belong, and everything is pointing to you to say that you don't belong. Everything is happening to say that you don't belong here. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
So a lot of times where young minds, exploring minds, creative minds, you find are gonna find themselves in all sorts of different positions.
And so how do you feel when you see like the protests and the uprisings that have come up subsequently? How does that make you feel?
It makes me feel, tired.
Yeah.
Just tired. And I understand it. I understand it so much because I've been on so many protests, so many marches, when Smiley Culture died as well. Cynthia Jarrett died at the hands of the police as well.
Yeah.
And so many, Brian Douglas, the New Cross fire.
Yeah.
I've been on so many marches, and you're there and you just want to, one thing is that unity. I've seen how we come together as a people. I've seen how we, and our allies as well, come together and we make noise. Sometimes you just want, you just want to see bigger changes, and you want to see the changes evident. You want to see the evidence of the change, because it gets tiring. Yeah. It does get tiring. And actually, you're talking about your environment, but when you look at the world and what's going on in the world, you understand, it's not just about marching for your community, marching for Brixton and marching for you look and you just see what is going on and you see, my gosh, when will this stop? Yeah. When will this stop? This greed and this hate and the war and the envy, and when will it all stop, and how long are we going to be marching for?
Yeah. I think the thing that I can find hope in, and is that out of that pressurized situation, there have been so many beautiful moments, so many moments of joy, even the shubeens in the living rooms, the sound systems. Carnival is all. These are things that are like so uplifting. Are there any memories that come up for you during that time?
Millions of memories, but we haven't got enough time to talk about
We
it.
need another episode.
Yeah, I'm telling you seriously, because that was, you see, when I say creativity is a lifesaver, that was the creativity. That was our creativity as well. Do you understand? When we put on we shoes, the gold tip shoes. You understand what I'm saying? And the men put on their forest slacks and their Cecil G and their chopperita and their chain. And we as girls, and we put on our cute skirt and our gold tip shoes, and do you understand? And put on our blouse and do up our hair, and we've gone out there. That's it. That's a whole creativity. It's a movement, bruv. Do you understand? It's not just about going to a dance. It's a whole movement. It's a whole community. It's a lifesaver. That's where you belong. You find a sense of belonging.
Yeah.
So you've gone into a dance, you've gone into a shubeen, you're listening to music that you all love. That music that just moves your soul spiritually. It's not, we can't pretend this.
Yeah.
It's spiritually uplifting, so it moves through you. And there's people out there that are saying it's wrong.
Yeah.
This music is wrong. This togetherness is wrong. They're fighting against it, and but anyway, let me just talk about the fight. We'll talk about the joy of it.
Yeah,
you understand?
But also, it's part of it, isn't it?
It's part and parcel of it.
And there's this
always
feeling
like,
of protection.
that juxtaposition, you know?
this feeling of protecting your joy in that as well.
Yeah.
But
And-
also
yeah.
that feeling of pride.
Yes, the pride.
Yeah.
The pride and the tension goes together. It's that tension with dancing. In any minute now, we could get raided. This dance could get raided. I've been in a dance where all of a sudden you see all these policemen running the dance, shining a light in your face, and you're going, oh, I've got a little spliff in my pocket. Am I gonna get arrested from a little spliff that I've got? Do you understand what I'm saying? And all of these kind of things you're faced with. And all you just want to do is just dance.
Yeah.
Put on your clothes and go and rave.
You want to rub down on the wall.
Come on, and rub off wild paper.
Exactly.
You understand? Yeah. It took a whole nother shape now, where I found a release on a microphone and able to take the mic, and when that came about, and where, fighting for the mic as a girl, there wasn't much girls around there doing that, but I was see the guys them on the mic, and I just was loving what they was bringing, their own little flavour and chatting. I was like, I need a piece of that.
Yeah.
I need a piece of that, brother. So when I did finally, get the mic, and I started doing my own little flow and writing my lyrics and everything, it was another joy. It was another outlet, another form of expression for me. So it was a lifesaver. Yeah, it was a lifesaver, man. So there were many, many joyful moments and moments of real togetherness that I've never felt anywhere else.
And so when you now are walking through Brixton, because I see you walking through Brixton, how does it feel to be walking through that legacy, the vibration of those uprisings, the joy, how does it feel?
It's just, you're just walking through, man. You understand?
Yeah.
Just like how you're just walking through life. You're just walking through this life. It ain't, you saw what you saw with your eyes. But I'm telling you, I feel so blessed from the Most High to be able to just be in the present moment.
Yeah.
Just be in the present moment, and knowing that all I have is this moment right here. That's all I have. I don't have yesterday, and I haven't got tomorrow. But I've got this right here. So I just treasure those moments, man. I just treasure the moment that I've got right here, this moment.
Yeah.
So when I walk through Brixton,
no, because you're stepping.
you understand? When I walk through Brixton, man, I'm walking through now, in this moment. And I know what's come before, but I'm walking as me now. and nothing ain't changed. They could build up the house them little more. They could put £50 million houses around it. It doesn't matter. Nothing has changed for me in Brixton.
Yeah.
Nothing. The streets are still the same. And the vibes and the people, the vibrancy is still the same. I can still walk out there and smell oxtail.
Exactly.
You understand me, I
Right.
say? And, you know, and feel safe
Yeah.
any time of day or night.
If you could write, or if you could say like one, and you could send like a letter to Brixton, what would you say?
What would I say? I'd say, you know what, Brixton? I wrote a song, Brixton Rock. It's actually on the other side of 3 Week Gone, Mijara no come. Right? Brixton is a place where I lay my head. We smoke sensimania till it blows our head. Don't listen to the words what the white man said. In this place to get... No, I can't remember, but you feel safe, you know? And I would say, thank you, Brixton, for the colour, the flamboyancy, the originality. Thank you for giving us Lynn and Kwesi Johnson, you know? Thank you for, just thank you for all the creativity. Because it helped us to build stories. I live and breathe it. It's some stories that I tell will always include Brixton in it.
Yeah.
Do you understand? Because yeah, we had a rough time on these streets, but at the same time, I felt love like I've never felt in my whole entire life. In Brixton.
Thank you, Lorna. Lorna is the legendary Brixtonian griot. I'm so excited for people to hear this. I just need you to come and see the legends of them at Brixton House. When is it?
7th to the 10th. I think it's going to be 7th to the 10th of August. And then we're going to go to Edinburgh Festival from the 19th to the 24th. But, you know, look on the socials, Sutara Gayle, because, you know, that's my new name. And I've been walking in that name. That name means divine star. So when my guru gave me that name, he told me, this means divine star. And I feel you're very suited for that name. And I've been walking in that name for the last 12 years now. You know? So Lorna G, Lorna Gayle, Sutara G, Sutara Gayle. Everything is everything.
Yes.
Same.
Find Sutara. And I got some quick fire questions for you.
Not quick fire questions.
Quick fire questions. What place in Brixton do you feel like most at home? Do you gravitate to the most?
What place in Brixton? Bloody hell, the Satay Bar, innit?
It's good, isn't it?
Satay Bar, mate. I go there more than everything else. Satay Bar and a Ritzy.
What place has the best patties?
They're not there anymore. It used to be First Choice Bakeries, but they're not there anymore. So the best patties would be probably True Flavors on Acre Lane.
Dope.
When they're serving them. But anyway.
You got to serve your patties on time.
Serve them. And serve them quickly.
Exact.
Thank you.
If you could choose one lover's song that you would listen to at the end of your day, what would it be?
Just one look into your eyes. Something melts deep down inside.
Skeng it.
I try so hard not to show it, but you knew it. Carol Thompson every time, man.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And other than that, what else is coming up for you?
Well, as you said, we've got the Legends tour, the Legends of them. You know, it's a play. It's a love letter to Brixton. It's a love letter to my mother. It's a love letter to Cherry Groce. It's a love letter to all the legends that has guided me throughout my life. Brother Moochie, you know, Nanny of the Maroons. It's a love letter to all these wonderful beings. So yeah, please come and see it. We'll be, as you said, we'll be in Brixton and look out for Legends. Go on to Ackley Showroom. website, and you'll be able to find out where it is. Got that coming up, and I've got some TV stuff coming up.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I've got
Funny
a few.
on BBC.
Yeah. You know, we've got a few things happening. Doing some lovely music shows as well. You know, my album's out. You can find it on Spotify and all the latest whatever gadgets where you can get music nowadays. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Lorna G's greatest hits. You know, so yeah, so. Listen, man, it's just nice. I just feel blessed. And you know what I say? When you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like work. It just feels like it's just the gift that keeps
feels
on
like
giving.
breathing.
Amen. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Lord.
Yeah.
It just feels like breathing.
Yeah.
If I'm not creating, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Thank you so much for being on the Coldharbour Talks podcast.
The first one.
Yes, the first episode. Whoa!
It's no joke business. Number one in a local chart. Number one in a Coldharbour Talks.
Oh.
Hey. Yeah.